Hello lovelies, welcome to Pagecraft. I'm Paige and this is the monthly check-in for March. This is where we will take a look at the month that was and we will take a look at the month that is to come. Yes. And I do apologize for the lighting situation today. It is dark outside because earlier today I was faced with the choice basically of either filming my check-in or going for a walk, and today was the most beautiful early spring day that you can imagine, so it would quite frankly be a crime to not take advantage, so I did go for that walk. So I hope you can bear with me. The walk was absolutely worth as far as I'm concerned, so yes, I hope you can forgive me. Okay, but back to the matter at hand. We are going to take a look at how I did in February. And if you are new here, first of all, welcome. There is actually quite a few more of you than the last time I did a check-in, which is absolutely awesome and amazing. So I'm just going to briefly go over my not yet beautified goals page for this entire year. Last check-in I did go through my goals for the year, and a quick recap of those is that I want to finish my Toadstool Cottage which is our background today, and I will show you the progress on that in a little bit. Moreover, I want to complete 5 whips from last year, because I do have a bit of a whippy situation going, and I also wanted to be moderate as far as purchases goes. And I wanted to, and I didn't mention this last time, but one of my goals for this year is to participate in the chuckalong, which will be very relevant soon, because March is the chuckalong month. So yes, basically my 2 main projects for this year is to complete this giant 90 by 135 centimeter whip. There is an unboxing for it if you are unfamiliar with what that's all about and you're curious. I will link that for you, of course. And the other goal is to finish at least 5 of my 15 whips from last year. Yes, well, technically not 15 whips from last year, but 15 whips, and a lot of them are from last year. Anyway, let's move on to how I did in February. Let's see, I've started to actually use my journal here, my diamond painting logbook, as it were. So, first thing that happened in February was that I returned. I have been away for a little while from the channel, and due to some stuff going on in my personal life, I had the time to make videos again. And so yes, a happy return to the channel, and I actually got to experience a couple of my videos doing pretty well, well, at least well for you know, a channel of my tiny baby size. No, but that was really fun. So I had an unboxing that did pretty well, and there's quite a few people subscribed to my channel, so a warm welcome to you if you are new here and one of those people, or a warm welcome of course in general, but it was really fun to see that people enjoyed the video I made, because I am here because I really like to make videos, basically. I love the craft and I love making videos and improving upon them and such. And it's also really fun to see what happens when I release them into the wild. So that I'm talking about the Floral Kitsune unboxing. I don't think I mentioned that, and it's the first time that I've seen something, like it hit some kind of algorithm or something, and it was just so fascinating to see. So that was a fun experience. So happy about that. Other than having done a return, I can talk a bit about what happened as far as purchases goes. I am going to talk about that to keep myself accountable. And I'm very happy that I set that goal. Last month I said that just being more moderate wasn't specific enough. And I did a tally of my purchases now, like before I was going to make this video, and I'm very happy that I set that goal, and I have now kind of narrowed it down to what I consider to be moderate. And what I did in February was not moderate. I purchased a total of 5 diamond paintings. I purchased 4 from Diamond Art Club, and I purchased 1 from Craftably in their Make It or Break It sale, so I have no regrets about making that any of those purchases, but we can't call that moderate. I don't think that is being moderate, because if I do that every month, my stash is gonna swallow me, and I don't want that. So what I would consider to be moderate for me is 1 or 2 purchases, diamond painting purchases. I think that's a moderate number, and if I do that every month, that's still 12 to 24 paintings. So yes. So no, I don't think I was too moderate in my purchase this month, but a new month is upon us, and it is March the 1st, and I have so far not purchased a single painting. So even though I bought a bit more than what could be considered moderate, I'm still happy to have narrowed it down to what I consider to be moderate. So now we have a guideline going forward. And speaking of going forward, I had a bit of a project going as far as my whips are concerned. I talked about in my whip-in chat, my first whip-in chat for a good while. I believe I promised you to talk about my strategies and thoughts going forward as far as my whip situation is concerned, because one of the things that I need to work on is to narrow down on my goals and reel in my poor impulse control. So one of the things I am doing as far as that's concerned is using my logbook, and I am going to improve upon that as the year progresses. But I have a yearly thingy where I'm going to plot down when I'm going to work on the different kits that I do have, or whips rather, and this is going to evolve and improve and such. And I also want to invite you later this year. I want to start having polls and such for which whip you want me to work on, because I have done that in the past and it was a lot of fun. And speaking of polls, I did put up a questionnaire thingy about how often you want updates on my giant Toadstool Cottage project. And I had a few answers, and I really appreciate them. I am thoroughly interested in hearing what you have to say. So it seems like you prefer once every 2 weeks, so that is what I'm going to aim for moving forward. So today will be one update, and then you will have another in about 2 weeks. And that brings us right into whips. I had one new start in
February, and that is a Randall Spector kit. So we can see how I did on that. I'll just bring it out basically. Oh goodness, please don't fall apart. Yes. Okay, so as you can see, I'm absolutely not done. So we have another whip that is going to linger for a bit. Yes, this is not ideal, but my goal was to finish 5 whips from last year. So now I have to put this down for a bit to make priorities. This is what I'm working on, getting better at. So, as you can see, something happened here. Like the row is almost done. And the thing that happened is that I decided to work on my very, very, very oldest whip. Yes, the one that started it all back in December of 2021. I love that whip. It has a special place in my heart. So right around here, I decided to pull that out and try to finish it in February, which would, you know, put me, or it would give me some progress on my year-long goal of finishing 5 of my older whips. Okay, so enough jabbering. Do you want to see how I did? Did I actually manage to do a completion? Let me pull it out for you. Yes, I did it, everyone! I did a completion. I am so happy. It was so worth. Yes, I finished this yesterday, just in the nick of time, and I'm almost hesitant to lift it up for you because this is a double-sided adhesive canvas that has been, you know, that I had stored for a long while, like barely started. I had done this strip up here, so I did like 3/4 of it this month, towards the end of the month, and I did manage to finish it, and I'm so happy. It was almost pure confetti apart from this little section here, but yes, I did an unboxing of this for fun, like a re-unboxing, to see what what the whole situation was, since it had been tucked away for so long. But I'm actually going to give this a separate, like, post-review kind of, or a finish kind of video. I'm not sure if it's going to be, like, super interesting for people, but I just want to have, like, a separate video on this because it has a special place in my heart, being the kit that got me hooked on diamond painting, my very, very, very first diamond painting kit. So yes, this is getting a separate video just just to commemorate it, basically. So, but yes, I actually got a finish, and what a finish! My first finish of my older whips for this year is my very, very first whip ever. So yay! I feel like that is a good start, even though we did leave a whip behind. Okay, so I feel like getting that completion was a huge success. I feel like it's progress for me to actually get one of my older whips finished. But there is one whip that I haven't shown you yet. I have mentioned it, but I haven't shown you properly. Of course, I must rectify it. Rectify that. This instance, I can't even speak right now. It's kind of late. I'm kind of tired, but that's okay. My Toadstool Cottage project. Yes, I have to. It's so giant. How am I even gonna do this? Okay. Is it in frame? Oh my goodness. So what you're I hope you're able to make out my progress. As you can see, I haven't reached my goal, so to speak. Oh, sorry to bump you. I haven't really reached my goal for January and February. I have divided this into sections for the months of the year, basically. So this is, oh my gosh, this is January, this is February, and the reason why it looks like this right now is the one I just showed you, my Bullfinches whip, that I decided to make that a priority. And it did take a long time. It was pure confetti, and it was double-sided adhesive, the Bullfinches whip, that is. So it took a while for me to work on. But I'm so happy about the finish, and so that's okay. And this goes by a lot faster, so I'm not panicking. And I do have a very long summer vacation since I'm a teacher. So we are not panicking. And what you're looking at here is the halfway mark of the canvas. So, yes, I am going to pick this back up now, which I'm so happy about. I really, really, really missed working on this. And I'm really, really proud of myself for pulling through on that other whip. So, the square that I have dedicated to March is this one. Look, it has a deer in it. And I'm really excited. So, you will see in 2 weeks' time how much I will have been able to get done on this. Because I'm not about to make it easy for myself now, am I? Because I do have 2 more whips that I'm going to work on in March. Yes, and I'm going to introduce you to them right now. Okay, so basically for March there are 2 stars of the show as far as whips are concerned. One is this, I don't know how I'm going to describe how much I'm in love with this canvas, but yes, we have my year-long happy place right here. One of the stars, and the other star of the show for March is a canvas that I'm not going to be able to fit into frame, but yes, it's a Chuck Pinson. I did mention it already in the video that one of my goals for this year is to participate in the Chuckalong event. I really wanted to make that happen last year. Wasn't able to make it happen, but this year I'm gonna do it. So even though I have a goal of cracking down on my whips, no pun intended there, even though I have a goal of doing that, like completing a lot of my whips, current whips, I am allowing myself a new start for this one, because it is a kind of bucket list thing for me to do. I'm so stinking excited for this canvas right here. I love it so much. It's Inspiration of Spring Meadows by Chuck Pinson. And it is gorgeous. Gorgeous, gorgeous. Just trying to show you. Oh, I love it so much. I bought this like, I don't know, a year ago or something. To participate in the Chuckalong last year, but you know, as I said, it didn't happen. And as I've said in earlier videos, landscapes are like my happy place. So I'm very excited to be able to do it, and I'm going to kit up probably right after filming. I'm not gonna babble too much, but I even did a special like DP with sparklers order just for, or where I had this canvas in mind, and I bought like I think 11 or something a piece and a crystal to have the option of like blinging this up to my heart's content. So there will be, or is already, depending on when you see this, a tiny like haul video where I show you these ABs and such. So yes, you can check that out if you want to. It's a rare treat for me to make like special drill orders, so I'm very happy to be able to do that. And yeah, the storage for this canvas arrived today, so everything is like perfectly timed. Those special drills arrived yesterday, and I'm just really happy, and I'm trying not to talk your ear off about it. So let's just kind of reel that back in, and I will show you the last whip for March. And I'm actually fully confident that I will be able to stick to this. Last year I got into a lot of trouble because I wanted to do all of the things all at once, especially as far as events are concerned, and I have managed to sit on my hands now and not like join the Christopher Lovell event and what have you. So, as I said, the 2 stars of the show for March, my Chuck Pinson and the Toadstool Cottage. I think you can see a theme. But as I said, there is one more that I will be working on. I know it's ambitious, but I do have goals, so it is my Easter whip from last year. Again, I won't be able to fit it all into frame, but this is Easter Bunny Basket by Susan Winget. It's like the Chuck Pinson, it's a square. I didn't mention that, but the Chuck Pinson is a square, and I believe it's 70 by 93 centimeters. So it is big. There's absolutely 0 chance for me to finish it, but that is okay. I can pick it back up again in September for the next chuckalong. My main goal is just to participate, because I really want to check that off my list. So, and this is me continuing to work towards my main goal. So, I will not pick this Easter whip up until towards the end of the month. It will probably cross over into April, because I want to work on it before and around Easter time. And then we'll see. But yes, I of course love this whip as well. Look at the shine. Didn't get too far on it last year, but I remember I remember the time. Like, it's really weird to think back on last year. This time last year, because that was. I had that back then, you know, my daughter was a baby and I was finishing my master's thesis, and then the plague hit our household and everything was just bonkers. So I am fairly confident that I will be able to get more done this month on this. But goodness me, enough of my blabbering now. To try and offer you a recap, I did a bit like meh on some of my goals as far as the Toadstool Cottage whip is concerned, and as far as purchasing, I did purchase a bit more than what we can honestly call moderate, but I got the finish, and what a finish. Yes, I know it's kind of pixelated and whatever, but I still love it. I got a finish, which is freaking great. So I am happy and I am very motivated yeah, dare I say confident moving forward that I will be able to actually reach my goals. Goodness me, what is this? I think I'm gonna be able to do it. So, if you want to follow me on this journey, please consider subscribing to do so if you haven't already, and hit the bell because the algorithm will eat my videos because I am a tiny channel. And if you like this video, please consider giving it a thumbs up before you head out. Or after, I mean, yes, regardless of all the YouTube stuff, thank you so much for watching and checking in for yet another month. I am very excited to see what this month will bring, and I'm very much looking forward to doing the April check-in with you all to see what happened. But yes, once again, thank you so much for watching, truly. And until next time, I wish you well and happy crafting. Bye bye.